and welcome back to my channel, where I am covering some of the greatest known horror movies of all time, as we search to see if they really are some of the greatest horror movies of all time, and we talk about why they are here in this marathon. And I will be posting a video twice a week for the entire month of October, except for the last week where I will just be posting one on Halloween night, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today we're talking about a slasher film. Yes, a slasher film made it into this list and this marathon. Don't be surprised. I had to have at least one. And it's one that definitely everyone has heard of, and definitely heard the soundtrack of, and that's 1970's Halloween. Halloween is a film about a young boy named Michael Myers who goes to kill his family one night when his mother is away, and leaving his baby sister alive, which is of course important later. 15 years later, he breaks out of the asylum on another Halloween night to go find the sister he left behind. To kill her or to confess to her what he has done, we still really don't know. Halloween is a classic slasher film, and is one of the first slasher films that really perfected the genre, and really kind of created the genre, actually. Halloween is stated to be the granddaddy of most slasher films that come out today. And much like the other slasher films, it invokes a true sense of fear and anticipation to the audience. Halloween played on the theme of the boogeyman, but did not overdo it, and is one of the few films out today to be able to actually pull off that trope pretty damn well. The relationship between patient and doctor in the film is interesting, as you see these two characters clashing together almost constantly, and you can't decide whether to feel sympathy for either side or whether to hate both sides of the story. While we thought that the doctor was to be the only one who cares for Michael Myers, we see him monetizing on his fame as he cashes out after writing a novel on him and calling Myers pure evil and unfixable.
Trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
The doctor ends up retiring because of the money that he's made off of the book, which truly shows that maybe the doctor is just as evil as Michael himself. It's hard not to feel bad for Myers at some points in the film, but even in the points where we want to feel sympathy for him, he immediately goes and breaks it and kills someone heartlessly or something, which makes us really think, was the doctor right? Is Michael a pure figure of evil? Is he truly the devil? Or is there something more to it? So let's talk about it. Why did this classic slasher film make it on my list and in my marathon? Why did I think about including it and sharing it all with you guys? Here are some of my reasons. I want to start with the most basic part of the movie, and probably even one of the most well-known parts of the movie, and that is the soundtrack, which left a massive imprint on almost all horror lovers today, and it is continued to be recognized by everyone who hears it. The music is atmospheric, and it is known by all fans of good slasher films. I could remember very vividly trick-or-treating and hearing people blasting the soundtrack from Halloween outside their houses to add to the effect of their Halloween decorations, and it is some scary music, even if you don't know where the music came from, like I didn't as a kid. It was still scary to me. No! No! Oh, fuck. No. Oh, no. Oh, no! That actually did scare me, though. It's always funny when you're talking about scary stuff, and you get scared. The opening of the film is amazing, and is generally looked at as one of the greatest openings to a horror movie of all time, as we get to dive into Michael Myers' past, and his childhood, and what he was experiencing at the time, before his murders. It gives the viewers a lot of insight as to what created the beast that Michael Myers becomes later on in the film. One of the best part of the movies was the plot twist, which probably didn't shock a whole lot of people, but it definitely didn't shock me, someone who doesn't pay attention too well. So, the plot twist is, spoiler, the fact that the girl that he's hunting down is his sister that he left behind, and that was just shocking to me. One of the biggest points is that Halloween is a slasher movie that is scary. A lot of slasher movies are just gory and rely on gross effects and stuff. Halloween is legitimately scary and intriguing and suspenseful. Very few slasher movies tend to scare me, although I do enjoy them, and Halloween definitely took the cake on that one. Michael Myers is a character that is truly interesting to me, and I definitely hope to cover in a future video. Not because he's some edgy, emo teenager that's been bullied and is a mass murderer or whatever. I'm not that kind of person to like that kind of stuff. The fact that he's immortal, or that's what we think is going on. And it's never really answered as to why Michael Myers became immortal. We don't really know. And the director of the original films has hinted, saying that he knows why Michael is immortal, and he's not intending on sharing it anytime soon. And I think that's one of my favorite part of the film, is that the fact that it doesn't answer every question. It's still interesting to watch, because it's never been revealed why the hell he's immortal. So we just might never know why Myers is immortal, and I think I'm kind of okay with that. It's part of what makes it a really good movie. Lastly, this movie lives up to the standards of horror movies today. A lot of people say that some of these movies from the 80s or 70s don't age well, but this one truly has. Watching it today in modern times, on my silly computer screen, I was still freaking scared, because I wasn't alive when the movie came out. But watching it today, it still scared me, and it was still a terrifying slasher movie and held to its high standard. At least it did for me. Even many years after its initial release, it continues to just scare the shit out of people, which is what it's for. So anyways, guys, what do you think about the granddaddy of all slasher movies? Halloween, one of the greatest horror movies of all time. Is it the greatest slasher movie of all time? Does it live up to its legacy of being, like, the first slasher movie? Leave me your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of this year's marathon.